Check out this free video and make sure you hit like and subscribe.
Actually, as I mentioned in the opening segment, we will start off with news of an injury sustained last night, first reported by PW Insider, later confirmed by our own Brian Alvarez, and one J.J. Williams was also in attendance, I believe. But as described by J.J. Williams, actually, Ibushi fell off the top rope. He was wrestling Josh Alexander in a match taped on Collision at Daly's Place. He fell off of the top rope to the outside, and his leg appeared to give out. He did not make it back into the ring in time, and Alexander won the match by countout. So I apologize for any spoilers that may cause, but like I said, the big news of the day, Kenny Omega then made his return to fight off the Callis family, looked after Ibushi afterwards. They lowered the house lights. Tony Khan came out, thanked the fans for being good fans, and he reiterated how dangerous wrestling is. Now, the reports that have come out since this fall off the top rope by Ibushi have speculated, and I do not believe this is confirmed, but it is speculated that he may have suffered a broken femur as he came off the top rope, which we've seen this before with Sid. We saw Pac, really wreck his ankle, kind of a similar break, a compound fracture, I believe, in a match with Chris Jericho. We have seen fighters break their legs multiple times. Anderson Silva, famously. Then, ironically, Chris Weidman after that. And it appears that may be the case with Kota Ibushi. Now, I myself, this is not as bad of an injury, but I myself was injured, suffering a compound fracture during a wrestling match. And, Tony Khan came out in front of the crowd, reiterated how dangerous wrestling is. And I can speak from my own experience, having thrown a clothesline that went a bit errant and resulted in my arm snapping in two on the back of one Dominic Garini's head. I can attest to how dangerous wrestling is. Luckily, I was able to recover quickly from that. But the arm is not, a weight-bearing limb like the leg is. And we've seen Ibushi now suffer injury after injury. He comes back. Sometimes he looks like he's in good shape, but more recently, it appears that when he's made his comebacks, he's been still suffering from physical ailments many times. And this is, at his age, going to be a tough one to come back to at this stage of his career. But obviously, all the best to Kota Ibushi. This man has been fantastic in the ring for years, one of the biggest stars in Japan. But like I said, over the past few years, he's really been riddled with injuries. He suffered a shoulder injury during the finals of the G1 Climax as he was going for a Phoenix Splash a few years back. He has taken suplex after suplex on top of his head, neck, and shoulders, and unfortunately, it appears that some of that damage is lasted a little bit longer than expected, and Kota Ibushi finds himself once again on the injury list. So best wishes to him. Hope to see him back. Hope to see him make a full recovery. And more important than getting back in the ring, I hope he gets back to full physical health. Also on the injury front, a little bit, I guess, of better news as Zandokan Jr., who is a wrestler for CMLL, one of the top Rudos, the leader of the El Galeon Fantasma group, which is a spectacular group of undead pirates, along with Barboza and Defunto. Of course, Zandokan Jr. in the lead of that crew, and he was injured a few weeks ago, last month, actually, against Bandito and Brody King at a CMLL event. And then I remember I think it was actually the next night, he wrestled for MLW in the Opera Cup on that injury, but it appears that knee is a little bit too much, and he would need to have surgery. That surgery has been completed, and now the leader of El Galeon Fantasma, one of my favorite trios, one of my favorite groups in professional wrestling, can get back on the recovery trail.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again.